Yes, morning students. Today we shall study a fourth chapter of our language and literature class 9th. Name of the chapter is A Truly Beautiful Mind. Truly Beautiful Mind reflects the story of Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein is one of the very important figure in the history of science. Albert Einstein brought about a paradigm change in science, particularly in physics. His theory of relativity became very popular all over the world and ultimately paved the way for the creation and invention of atomic bomb and nuclear reactor also. Albert Einstein was given Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921, and here we shall see some of the important events of his life. So first is that you think that when you hear word genius, its qualities that you think a genius was. Genius have outstanding qualities. They have extraordinary mind and they bring breakthrough in everything. Shall now read about young German civil servants who took the world by storm about 100 years ago. Almost 100 years ago, it was the German civil servants who took the whole world by storm. There was a huge commotion all across the world by his discoveries and theories, inventions. In summer of 1905, the 26-year-old published in quick succession for 4 groundbreaking papers about light, motion of particles, electrodynamics of moving bodies, and energy. These were some of the work of Albert Einstein on science, and these groundbreaking papers revolutionized science, particularly the physical science. His work took up only a few pages in scientific journals, but changed forever our understanding of space, time, and the entire cosmos, and transformed the name Einstein into a synonym for genius. These were the life-changing, the game-changing work of Albert Einstein in the field of science. This not only made Albert Einstein one of the great personality, great scientist of the world, but also established him on the map of the world. 50 years after his death, Albert Einstein's genius still reigns. So he is no longer, but his theory, his discoveries, inventions still persist with us. So now we shall study our lesson. Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879 in German city of Ulm, without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seems much too large. So, in the beginning, Albert Einstein appears to be quite humble. He was an ordinary child with no exceptional qualities. Even to mother, Albert appears to be a freak, strange, unusual kind of boy, and because his head was a bit high, a bit large actually. At the age of 2.5, Einstein still was not talking. When he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. Einstein did not know what to do with other children, and his playmates called him Brother Boring. So on social platform also, Albert Einstein doesn't appear to be very promising or very encouraging. At the young age of 2.5 years, wasn't talking. The children used to start talking at the age of more than 1 year, but at 2.5 years he did not speak at all. So this was a bit strange. And second thing was that Albert Einstein was not a very social child. With his relation with other children, other children used to call him brother boring, so was not mingled with other children quite easily. Most of the time the younger played by himself, so most of the time Albert Einstein has to play himself, remains all alone. Much of the time he especially loved mechanical toys. So most of the time Albert Einstein used to play with mechanical toys. Looking at his newborn sister Maja, he is said to have said, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" When he saw his younger daughter Maja and said, "Where are her wheels?" It means that he did not play with other children. He used to play with mechanical toys, and he considered his daughter, rather sister Maja, as a toy. Headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as profession would not matter because he will never make success at anything. These were the words of headmaster. So his headmasters also did not believe in Albert Einstein, and they believed that Albert Einstein would not be able to make success in his life because of his unusual nature. So here we see that there seems to be problem with Albert Einstein regarding his social interaction on social platform. Albert Einstein appears to be lagging far behind. Einstein begins learning to play violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to, and later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining his skill throughout his life. His mother wanted him to be a violinist, and he started playing it and was an expert violinist, and this skill he kept all through his life. But Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. He went to high school in Munich, where Einstein's family had moved when he was 15 years old, and scored good marks in almost every subject. Einstein hated the school's regimentation and often clashed with his teachers. At the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled there that he left the school for good. So here we see that Albert Einstein was good in studies. He made rapid progress in several subjects in his school. He was particularly good in mathematics and in science subjects, but the regimentation of the school system was not of the liking of Albert Einstein. As a result, he started perturbed relationship with his teachers, and ultimately these relationships become so unbearable that he had to leave the school ultimately at the age of 15 years. The previous years, Albert's parents had moved to Milan and left their son with relatives. After prolonged discussions, Einstein got his wish to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland, in a city which was more liberal than Munich. So in the school of Munich, Albert Einstein did not mingle well with teachers, with the school system, with the headmaster. Everywhere he started his perturbed relationship. Ultimately decided to leave Munich and settle down in Switzerland, German-speaking Switzerland, which was rather more liberal and than Munich. So Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics, and after finishing school, he decided to study at university in Zurich. But science wasn't the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with the walrus mustache. Albert Einstein was very good in science and particularly in physics, and he decided to study in the University of Zurich, and it was not the only science only that was much more appealing to him. He used to keep walrus mustache. He also felt a special interest in fellow students Mileva Merrick, who he found to be clever creature. This young Serb had come to Switzerland because the university in Zurich was one of the few in Europe where women could get degrees. Einstein saw in her an ally against the Philistines, those people in his family and the university with whom he was constantly at odds. The couple fell in love. So it was not the study of the universities in which Albert Einstein was much more interested, rather he found a companion in Mileva Merrick. Mileva Merrick was a very intelligent girl, and Albert Einstein started liking her, and as a result she was also studying in the University of Zurich, because there were only few universities in Europe at that time that used to give opportunities to women to study the higher or advanced sciences. As a result, Albert Einstein fell in love with Mileva Merrick. He did not like the peoples who were of odd mindset. Did not like the people who did not like art, literature. Albert Einstein felt always making peace with these types of people. Later, the couple fell in love, later survived, in which they put their affection into words, mixing science with tenderness. Wrote Einstein, "How happy and proud I shall be when we both have brought our work on relativity to a victorious conclusion." So they started exchanging letters with each other, and in the letters they used to mix science with tenderness. So Albert Einstein felt himself very proud if they both could reach their goals in life, and the goals were achieving the scientific genius. In 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons, and finally secured a job in 1902 as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern, where he was supposed to be assessing other people's inventions. So, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate, but he was still unemployed. And he did several works as assistant teacher. He also gave private tuition or lessons also, and ultimately in 1902 he was able to secure a job, and the job was as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. So where he has to assess the inventions of other scientists, and he is said to have jokingly called his desk drawer at work the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. Jokingly he used to call his drawer as the desk drawer as the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. One of the famous papers of 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity, according to which time and distance are not absolute. Indeed, two perfectly accurate clocks will not continue to show the same time if they come together again after a journey if one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other. So in 1905, Albert Einstein propounded his theory of relativity. It was a landmark theory in the history of science. And according to this, he described that time and distance are not absolute, rather, they are two perfectly accurate clocks will not show the same time because if one will move fast, other becomes slow. From this followed the world's most famous formula which describes the relationship between mass and energy. And with this, he described one of the most famous formula and which describes the relationship of mass and energy, and it is known as E equal to mc square. While Einstein was solving the most difficult problems in physics, his private life was unraveling. So here we see another turn in the life of Albert Einstein. We see that he was a scientific genius, was propounding theories after theories, rocking the whole world, but his private life was in jeopardy. His relationship with his beloved Mileva Merrick were at the lowest ebb, were not good at all. Albert had wanted to marry Mileva right after finishing his studies, but his mother was against it. Wanted to marry Mileva, but his mother did not like this idea. She thought Mileva, who was 3 years older than her son, was too old for him. She was also bothered by Mileva's intelligence. She is book like you, his mother said. Einstein put the wedding off. So mother came in way of Albert Einstein and Mileva Merrick. Mother of Einstein believed that she is a bit older to Albert Einstein and she is also extremely intelligent and just like a book, just the same as Albert Einstein was considered. So as a result of this, the idea of marriage was to ward off. The pair finally married in January 1903 and had 2 sons, but few years later the marriage faltered. Mileva meanwhile was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. So marriage didn't last long. They had 2 sons, but marriage could not materialize at all. Mileva Merrick was losing her intellectual intelligence and she was a very desperate housewife, was not happy at all with her marital status. So as a result, after years of constant fighting, couple finally divorced. In 1919, Albert married his cousin Elsa the same year. So it was the 1919, after constant fighting, Albert Einstein decided to divorce Mileva Merrick, and on the same year Albert Einstein married his cousin Elsa. Einstein's new personal chapter coincided with the rise to the world fame. In 1915, he had published his General Theory of Relativity, which provided new interpretation of gravity. So, on the one side, Albert Einstein's personal chapter was not so much bright, but with the marriage with Elsa, there was some change in the life of Albert Einstein. Marriage with Elsa proved to be a game changer for Albert Einstein. In 1915, he published his General Theory of Relativity, and which provided a new interpretation about gravity. So, an eclipse of sun in 1919 brought proof that it was accurate. Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected through sun's gravitational field. So this theory was proved very accurate, and the eclipse also proved that Albert Einstein was 100% accurate in his theory. The newspaper proclaimed this work as scientific revolution. The newspapers, journals all across Europe proved that this is a new scientific revolution. Einstein received a Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. He was showered with honors and invitations from all over the world and lauded with praise. So, Albert Einstein received a Nobel Prize in 1921 because of this theory of relativity, and became a celebrity of the world and was lauded by praise to a very great extent. When Nazis came to power in 1933, Albert Einstein immigrated to United States of America, and after 5 years later, it was discovered that nuclear fission, the other scientists were also afraid of Berlin, and there was uproar in the American scientific community, and many of them were fled from fascism, and at that time all of them were afraid that Nazis could make an atomic bomb. At the urging of colleague, Einstein wrote a letter to American President Franklin D. Roosevelt on 2nd August 1939 in which he warned a single bomb of this type exploded in a port might very well destroy the whole port together with some of the surrounding territory. So these were the words of Albert Einstein to American President Franklin D. Roosevelt. On 2nd August 1939, he wrote that a single bomb of this kind can destroy not only a port but adjoining area of the port. His words did not fail to have an effect. Americans developed atomic bomb in a secret project of their own and dropped it on Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. So these were the words of Albert Einstein, and it had a very lasting impact. America started a secret project of making an atomic bomb, and these bombs were dropped ultimately during the Second World War on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. Einstein was deeply shaken by the extent of destruction. This time he wrote a public missive to United Nations. In it, he proposed formation of a world government. Albert Einstein was deeply shocked, was very disturbed, became very upset because of this huge destruction caused by the atomic bomb. So as a result, he wrote out to the United Nations and proposing formation of a world government. Unlike the letter to Roosevelt, this one made no impact, but there was no impact of this letter to United Nations. Over the next decade, Einstein got more involved in politics, agitating for the end of arms buildup and using his popularity to campaign for peace and democracy. Albert Einstein was more involved in politics. He used his celebrity status to promote democracy and peace all over the world. He was against the atomic bomb, atomic armaments, and the armaments build-up. Albert Einstein was against all these things. When Einstein died in 1955 at the age of 76, he was celebrated as visionary and world citizen as much as a scientific genius. So Albert Einstein died in 1955 at the age of 76 and was celebrated all across the world as a visionary. He had a vision of democracy, a peaceful coexistence of the whole world, and he was not only a scientific genius but utilized his personality and celebrity status to establish peace all over the world. So now we shall see some of the questions of this chapter as well. Who had these opinions about Einstein? First is that was boring. All the children who used to play with Albert Einstein used to call him brother boring, because Albert Einstein didn't mingle with other children quite well. Next one, he was stupid and would never succeed in life. Headmaster of the school believed that Albert Einstein appears to be quite stupid and would never make any success in his life. He was a freak. These were the beliefs of the mother. The mother believed that Albert Einstein appears to be quite strange, unusual kind of boy. Einstein, what the reason for followings are: Einstein left the school in Munich for good. Albert Einstein was constantly at odds with teachers, headmasters, his colleagues. His social quotient was not that much good. He was not very much socially acceptable. Einstein wanted to study in Switzerland rather than in Munich. In Munich, there were some perturbed relationships in school. He had a very disturbed relationship with headmaster and with his teachers also. So ultimately, he had to leave Munich and had to settle down in German-speaking Switzerland, because he found many like-minded people in the universities of Zurich in Switzerland. Einstein seeing Mileva and Ally. Mileva Merrick was a girl who used to study in the University of Munich and was Zurich, and she was extremely intelligent, and she also had a very promising career, and her scientific ambitions also attracted Albert Einstein to a very great extent. As a result, Albert Einstein fell in love with Mileva Merrick. What do these tell you about Einstein? These things tells that Albert Einstein was a genius, had a huge brain, very super brain, but at the same time he had a human heart. What did Einstein call his desk drawer at the patient office? Why? He used to call his desk drawer jokingly as the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. Why did Einstein write a letter to Franklin Roosevelt? He wrote a letter to Franklin D. Roosevelt describing about the devastating impact of atomic bomb. He informed the President of America that a similar bomb of this kind could destroy not only a port but the adjoining area of the port as well. These words had a very lasting impact on the American president. America started a secret project of atomic bomb creation, and it was utilized in the Second World War when America dropped 2 atomic bombs on Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So, how did Einstein react to bombing Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Albert Einstein was dejected, was extremely depressed, very upset because of this destruction on the Japanese cities, because he did not like armament, he did not like atomic buildup, and this devastation caused great damage to humans in Japan. Why does world remember Einstein as world citizen? After that, Albert Einstein became a visionary, a celebrity. He used his celebrity status to establish peace and democracy all over the world. Albert Einstein was always against armament, was always against the build-up of arms, ammunition, bombs. He always wanted to be an advocate of democracy and peace all over the world.